Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and we have the new Tistina cards revealed today. If you don't know, Tistina was the archetype revealed for Duelest Nexus, and yeah, they seem interesting. We'll have to read them. I'm a little disappointed though. They're all aquas, which is really weird because they all look like earth monsters, rock monsters to be exact. And I'm like, Konami, why the hell did you make these rock monsters? So we can finally have a new Emancipator archetype to play. Konami's scared to ever make another rock card again. It looks like. I know they made a couple like random support cards, but give us a new rock archetype. Damn it! Stop being a coward. You made cards that look exactly like rocks into aquas. That's so random. It's ridiculous. So let's just read these guys and see if they're any good. First things first, we have Celestial Tierra. It's the wind. Aqua effect, 1200 attack, 1400 defense. If this card's in your hand or graveyard, and you control a light Tistina monster, you can special summon this card. Target one Tistina monster or one face down card you control. Destroy it, and then add one Tistina card from your deck to hand. You only use this effect once per turn. I'm not sure about the whole face down card control or another Tistina. It is a pop, so it's a -1 to search. Well, I guess it trades on value, so it summons itself, then it pops a card to search a card. So I guess it trades value. I don't know. It seems interesting. Let's keep going. We have Hound of the Tistina, the level 4 Earth Aqua effect monster, 1800 effect, 1700 defense. If this card's in your hand or graveyard, you control a light Tistina monster, special summon this card. You'll use the effect of Hound of the Tistina once a turn. Tistina monster you control can attack directly, while your opponent controls face-down defense position monsters. Okay, interesting. So I guess the idea is this mechanic has to do with face-down monsters. I still don't see the point. So far, these two cards have been very mid, which is kind of sad because I was hoping for a new rock support, and we got really weird aquas. Let's keep going. We have Demigod Tistina, a level 10 light aqua effect monster. If you control a Tistina card, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can add one Tistina spell or trap from your deck to hand. During your opponent's turn, if you control a Tistina God Tierra, Tistina God Tiesta, so he's Demigod Criesta, so I guess there's two of them you have to control. During your opponent's turn, if you control Tistina God Tiesta, quick effect, change as many monsters your opponent controls as possible to face down defense position. Then send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. You'll use this effect once per turn. That seems really powerful. I don't know if your opponent negates this, do they still have to send cards because they're face-up now, or no? I'm not sure. This card seems interesting. It's a quick effect Book of Moon or Book of Eclipse for all monsters. And then if they're still face up, send them away for like the spells and traps. That's pretty interesting. I just don't know how good that is. You need to control another Tistina card. Let's keep reading. Interesting card. It is a quick effect Book of Eclipse. And then also it's kind of like what's that? What's not Sales Band, but the other trap card we got like Darkwing Blast, the Daruma Cannon. It's like, oh, book everything, and then if your thing's still not booked, send it to graveyard. So it gets rid of things like Psychic and Punisher, like other Towers monsters. But interesting card. We have Tistina God Tiana, Crystal God Tiana. It's a level 10 light aqua effect monster, 2000 attack, 3000 defense. During the main phase, you can change as many monsters your opponent controls on the field as possible to face down defense position. Then send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. If this card in its own position is destroyed by a card effect, change as many monsters your opponent controls as possible to face down defense position. Then you can send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. You can only use each effect of this card once a turn. So on summon, during your main phase, you can just change all opponent's monsters to face down defense position. And then if they kill it, it does it again. So that's pretty cool. They have two negates, it kind of sucks, but that's still pretty cool. We have Divine Domain Bastion. It's the field spell. During the main phase, you can send one Tistina monster from your deck to graveyard. Then if your opponent controls 3 or more face-up cards, special summon one Tistina god from your hand or deck. You can only use the effect of Divine Domain Bastion once per turn. If this card in your field zone is destroyed by your opponent's card effects, you can special summon one Tistina monster from your deck or graveyard. So what I like about this so far, because not only is the field spell kind of cool, it just summons one from deck, which is really good, but it requires your opponent to have already 3 monsters on the field, which really, really sucks. So it's kind of like a go second deck, I guess. But what I like is that since they're aquas, I guess, you'll play them with the Ice Jade, and the Ice Jade can just freely summon these dudes because they're aquas. So you can just activate the Angeline card, discard it, and special summon out one of these Ice God dudes, and then the other Ice God will just summon itself, which is cool. But I don't know how good it is. So let's just keep reading. We have Breath of Tistina. Breath of Tistina is a continuous spell during the main phase. Normal summon one Tistina monster in addition to your normal set. It only engages its effect once a turn. Target one face-up monster you control. If you control a light Tistina monster, target one face-up card on the field instead. Change the face-down defense position. Then add one Tistina card from your deck to hand, except Birth of Tistina. You can only use the effect once a turn. It is another Book of Moon card. It gives you 2 normal summons, but the issue is that the ones you want to normal summon twice are like level 10. So it's going to require 3 tributes to summon them, so that's not great. And then, if you control a light Tistina already on field, it's the whole Book of Moon, then add a card effect. I don't know, all this all seems weird. Let's just keep reading. Signs of the Tistina, it's a continuous track card. Go activate this card by targeting one face-up monster on the field. Special summon this card as effect monster. Aqua, light, level 10, 0 attack, 0 defense. With the following effects, this card's also still a trap card. During your opponent's turn, when that target leaves the field, destroy this card during your opponent's turn. When this card leaves the field, destroy that target. So you target a monster opponent control, special summon this guy, 0 attack, 0 defense. During your opponent's turn, when that target leaves the field for any reason, destroy this card. And then during the opponent's turn, when this card leaves the field, destroy that card. So that's kind of cool. It's like cool removal, I guess. But I know it's another bad card. This is so disappointing. Like the god that like these 2 god cards are really cool. Like Crystal God is like on summon booking everything, or during every main phase booking everything. And then it's called if it's destroyed booking everything. And the other one that says, hey, if you control Tistina, special summon him. And then there's like potential here. I'm not saying there isn't, but I don't know, man. I thought this was going to be new rock support, and now we have this weird Aqua deck, and I don't know if it's any good or not. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. It seems interesting. I like the idea of booking all your opponent's shit. I mean, it's basically Duruma Cannon, the Archetype, basically. That's what this Archetype is. It's Duruma Cannon, the Archetype. I just don't know if that's any good, especially when Duruma Cannon is a normal trap card that you can already get off Trap Trick, and no one's even playing that card. So you all tell me in the comments if this is any good, if Ice Jade's going to be playing it, if it's actually broken and I just don't understand. You tell me, but right now it seems mid. I feel like it's really cool interruption. Like the fact it books everything is really cool. I just feel like it's going to be really hard to summon both Crystal God Tiana and Demigod of Tiana and go second and have these things resolve, because your field spells are negated or popped, or the 20 other things that can happen to this thing. And then there's not like these gods don't special summon themselves. Like yes, this guy does. So if you control to see the monster, special summon this card for hand. So Demigod does, which is cool, but none of the other guys do. So if you just keep you off your normal summon, I don't know. They like these guys. The little ones require you to have a light to special summon them, and then the big guys, like you had to have a Tistina card on field. I guess it says card, so even the field spell does. So you can just special summon this guy pretty easy, actually. But I don't know. And then he only gets his quick effect During your opponent's turn, if you control a Tistina, so he only does anything, and he's only 2,000 attack, by the way. This is a level 10, 2,000 attack, 0 defense monster. I don't know. It only does anything if you have a light Crystal Tina, so you have to get the light Crystal Tina on field. So I guess the idea is that you want to set it up where you go first. You have to be the field spell. You send what Tistina monster for your deck to graveyard. And if you're it wants to go second because it says if your opponent has 3 or more cards and they control them. So this deck wants to go second. So your opponent does their whole combo. You don't really stop it. So this is a going second deck. Then you activate a field spell. Field spell sends a Tiana, which so far none of these guys really do anything in grave besides like the little ones. And the little ones, all they do is special summon themselves. So that's okay. And then yes, you get to summon Aqua God, who then like double books them because it'll try to book them the first time. They'll negate it, of course. And then it'll try to book it again. And then they'll just negate it again. If they can. If not, it books everything and then sends their ass, which is cool. But then what? What big boss monster is attacking multiple times to clear all those Book of Moon monsters? Because it doesn't like it's not like storming. Not storming Mirror Force. It's not like quaking Mirror Force. They will get back up and beat the shit out of you. So cool, you booked them all. You're a 2,000 attack monster. You still have to clear these monsters. Like, I would have been cool if both Crystal Tiana and Demigod Tiana could attack monsters up to the number they were on the field. That would have been so cool. So, and they would make them 3,000 attack just so they could start clearing shit. But the fact that they just book monsters and then that's it? I mean, they have like no good removal. Like, yeah, you're booking them and anything still face up is sent to the graveyard instead. But come on, man. What are you going to do when a freaking 3,000 defense is on the field? Nothing. You're going to flip it back up and it's going to be looking at you and like, well, now I'm up and I'm pissed and now you're dead. So, I don't know. These cards seem interesting. You all tell me. See y'all next one. Bye-bye.